Charging. So here we have our batteries plugged in to the charger. The charger is plugged into AC. You'll see on the charger, normally it'll flash an E code. So E029, it'll flash on the little display by the wrench and the lightning bolt. That is normal. That means there's nothing talking to the charger. So the battery has all the smarts for charging built in. So it basically tells the charger what it wants as soon as it's turned on. So it needs to be turned on to have that communication going with the charger. So don't worry about the E029 if you don't have the battery on or it's not plugged in. That's fairly normal. So we'll turn the battery on. You can see all the lights light up to check all the LEDs. Now you see it's in green mode. So green means it's charging mode. You'll hear a relay click in the charger, and now you'll see one of the lights flashing slowly. So as it charges, it'll flash until it's solid to that state of charge, and then it'll move to the next one and start flashing that light all the way up till they're all on solid. There's 3 modes of charging in the battery. So the first one that's automatic, as soon as you turn the battery on, you'll hear the click. It starts slowly flashing light. That's slow charge. Then there's also a fast charge mode. Hit the button again on the battery. Once it's charging, you'll see it starts charging, flashing faster. That indicates a fast charge. And then there's also a pre-race charge. So say you have fully charged battery, you turn it off. Not that we'll be able to see too much here, but we'll turn the battery back on. And once the battery sees that it's already been fully charged, it'll start a very slow charge, and it'll get the last little bit of capacity out of the battery. So you'll get a little bit extra run time, less voltage sag, more power throughout the entire run. So you also notice in the background that now there's no flashing error code. That's because the battery is now talking to the charger, telling it what it wants. There is a little bit of a green flash with the blue light on the left. That's normal. Just indicates that it is charging. No other information is displayed on the charger. There are some other error codes that can happen, but normally you will not see anything flashing while it's charging. So while that light is flashing, you won't see any other error codes. In general, the battery won't let you charge it if it's too hot internally. So if you just ran a moto and you bring it in, you put it on the charger, and it's like, man, this thing doesn't want to charge, or it doesn't seem like it's charging, or it throws an error code, typically it's too hot. So you'll have to let it cool down a little bit longer. Then you can try it again, and usually it'll take back off. Another issue is typically generator power. So sometimes we've seen bad power in general, either not even from generator really. Some of the practice facilities are kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Their power is pretty weak. Maybe somebody ran an electrical line 20 years ago with not the greatest wire. Your power is probably going to sag. Sometimes you won't be able to fast charge, at least with the early software in the battery, in the charger, that kind of thing, because we're paying too much attention to the incoming power. So once we put some new software in it, it won't care. It'll still charge on fast charge, but right now they're still pretty sensitive to the incoming power. So we've seen that on remote areas that have AC power out to a remote building. We've seen it on generators that maybe have a little bit not so clean power output. We've also seen it in RVs where you've had something plugged in on the same circuit, and it senses that, and it won't charge on fast charge. So worst case scenario, just put it on slow charge. Slow charge is usually about 2 hours. Fast charge is going to be 1 hour from fully dead, basically on the red light, all the way up to full charge. That'll be 1 hour. And the pre-race charge is maybe 20 minutes. 20 minutes of that mode, and then you can go run. otherwise, that's really it. Cold temperature certainly will slow things down a little bit. I'm not sure we stop you from charging. The battery does warm up as you're charging it, so that may be something we allow. Yeah. But I think otherwise, that's it for charging. If there's any other questions, feel free to give us a shout and we'll try and do some updates if needed. There will be a charger manual coming with each charger that will show you fault codes on the battery for charging issues. That is going to be a red and white or red and orange light alternating. That indicates a charge issue. And then it'll flash a code here. You look it up in the manual, it'll tell you what's going on. So and that also will reference either bad incoming power or some other thing of that nature in the manual. So that's it for now.